Hey everyone, I am Danish Mustafa, a software engineering student from Pakistan. Today I'm gonna be your section leader and we will solve an interesting Python problem. But before diving into this problem, we have to learn some concepts which we will use to solve this problem. So let me share my screen and will show you. So here are two things which we will learn. So these are variables and typecasting. So what is variable? Variable in programming is like a box where you can store things like numbers or words. You can use it later to change or use the stored information. Like here is a box. You can store any value in this box and the name of this box will be considered as a name of variable. Like you can store any value in box the same way you can store any type of value in a variable. Like each variable has a type. Every variable in programming stores a specific type of data. They can store integers, floating values, strings, or boolean values. And next, what is typecasting? Typecasting changes a variable from one data type to another. It's useful when performing operations that require a specific data type, like changing strings into integer or changing integer into float. So this is our today problem. So our today problem is Earth landing weight on Mars is 37.8% of their weight on Earth. So we have to write a Python program that prompts the user to enter their weight on Earth and prints their calculated weight on Mars. So here's a brief example of this problem. Like if you are weighted 100 lbs on Earth, you would just weight 38 lbs on Mars. So let's move towards solving this problem. So there is a Mars multiple. This is a constant value which we will use to calculate a user weight on Mars. So now for solving this problem, first of all, we will get user weight on Earth. After getting user weight on Earth, we will calculate user weight on Mars. So after calculating user weight on Mars, we will results to user. So now let's get user weight on Earth. So for getting user weight and storing, we will use a variable that will store user weight on Earth. So we use meaningful variable names in programming. So let's give it a meaningful name, user weight str. So for getting input, we use input function in Python, and we can write a meaningful message here. Enter your weight on Earth. So, but input function always give us value in string form. But we need integer value to perform calculation. So for this we will use typecasting here. So let's use another meaningful variable, user weight into integer form. So now we will use float function to convert this value into floating point value. So now let's perform calculation to get user Mars weight. So for calculating, we will just multiply Mars multiple with user weight. Mars multiple with user weight. So now we have performed calculation and get user weight and stored it into user Mars weight variable. So now we have to display result to user. For this we use print statement to display results. User weight on Mars is, so now we will just write this variable name to show its value. User Mars weight. So let's check this problem. So it's asking user to enter your weight on Mars. If user weight on Mars is 100, let's check. So you can see that its weight on Mars is 37.8. So let's check it again with another value. Like you can type anything. So now you can see that user weight on Mars is 25 point something. So today we solve an interesting Python problem and learn some concepts like what is variable, what is typecasting, and how we can understand and solve this problem. So all of this for today. Have a nice session. Goodbye.